Hi, this is Scott Trudeau, Solutions Consultant with Adobe. Today we're going to spend a little bit more time dissecting this infographic. I'm going to show you how to create this great striped pattern in the background, and we're going to be using the pattern tool to do that. So I'm going to jump over to a blank document so that we can better demonstrate this. The first thing I'd like to do is go get some color swatches that I can create and apply the color from the swatches to. I'm going to do that using my coolers panel. So I'm going to choose window and choose cooler. You can also activate it from over here on the right hand side. And I'm going to come down to the bottom of the coolers panel, and you can see the button for launching the cooler website, which I'm going to do. And after you've launched the cooler website, I'm going to choose to explore the different color themes within the website. And I'm going to go ahead and search for themes that have brown in it. So I'm going to click on brown and click on my enter key, and then just find a nice color swatch that you like. In this case, I like the browns and blues color swatch. You can see I've already favorited it, so you can also download the color swatch, import that straight into Illustrator as well. But in this case, we're just going to favorite another one here. We'll choose this blue-brown. Click on the favorite icon, and everything's connected. So as long as you're signed in, you can sign in using a little icon up at the upper right corner. It signs in, connects to Creative Cloud, and then we can jump into Adobe Illustrator. You can see that if I refresh this, my cooler panel, by clicking the small refresh button down at the bottom, there's the blue-brown blender color theme that I favorited inside Cooler, and it brings it and loads it right into the cooler panel. So with that said, we're going to start off with a rectangle here. I'm going to drag the rectangle all the way across my document. And you can move this around by tapping and holding down the space bar. If you hold down the space bar, you can hold and move your shapes around. And when you let go of your space bar, that kind of places it in the location you wish to put it in. I'm going to draw a little rectangle, and you can see that normally your fill is set to a solid color. I had it set on a pattern at that time. It's okay. I'm going to get my selection tool and select my rectangle. I'm going to turn off the stroke, and the fill, I'm going to go ahead and use the browns and blues or blue-brown color themes that I favorited inside Cooler. So I think I'll start with a nice light blue. And then I'm going to place my cursor over that rectangle and alt drag out an additional rectangle. Make this a little bit bigger using my selection tool, and then we're going to change the color. I'm going to go with a darker blue. I'm going to right click on that rectangle and choose to arrange it and send it to the back. So now we're building that nice pattern in the background. Make this a little bit smaller. I think we'll duplicate one more rectangle, drag that out, make it a wee bit bigger, and let's go ahead and place a dark brown color swatch on that. Right click on it, choose to arrange it, and send that to the back. So now you can see we have this great pattern that we can use in the background of our project. I'm going to go ahead and select all of the color stripes there by just dragging a rectangle across them. Right click and choose to group the different rectangles that we just drew, and now they are grouped. They can all be selected and moved. Now to create the pattern, so I'm going to select the object that I wish to create the pattern out of. I'm going to go to Object up at the top and choose Pattern and Make. It's going to open up my pattern panel, pattern options panel. You can see it's already generated the pattern in here, and I'm going to name this, call it blue-brown stripes. And I just need this to be a grid is fine, and copies, we just need a 1x1 pattern, as you can see there. When we're all done, just click on the Done button. It takes us back into our project, but it also takes the pattern we just defined and loads it into the Swatches panel, as you can see over on the right. I'm going to select my pattern and drag out a large rectangle. And the large rectangle just takes the default fill, but after you dragged out a large rectangle, go over to your Swatches panel and select the pattern that you just defined. You can see, voila, it's just applied the pattern to the object. If I need to edit the pattern, all you have to do is go to your Swatches panel and double click. Opens up the pattern options dialog, and you're ready to make any changes. So this is Scott Trudeau, Solutions Consultant with Adobe. Hope you found this tutorial useful.